Good morning and welcome to Muscle Maintenance with In Shape Fitness. I'm Kim Watkins and today's Friday workout. Last Friday in March, level 5, March 30th. Why don't we just get started? I know you know exactly what you're doing. If you're joining me for the very first time, this is one of the more challenging workouts that we do with muscle maintenance. We're taking all of the moves that we started and have been using with elevated levels of difficulty all week long, and this is the final destination, the full Monty of each of the moves, marching in place though, and the eye stick for our 2 warm-up moves. So let's stand up. Make sure that you are doing a postural systems check at the very beginning. Like always, make sure your ears are in line with your shoulders. That means your chest is open, your abs are engaged, your tailbone is tucked in, and you are squeezing those muscles in your tummy as ever as you can, lifting up your knees to your hip level and marching in place for 30 seconds. Time starts now. Now we're going to do 2 moves and then 2 sets of our 6 moves. As always, the first set will be instructional, meaning I will give you lots of audio cues, and this is where the muscle maintenance our podcast workouts come in handy, because you don't have to look at something. If you really listen and you focus on what you're doing, you focus on all of the little tiny tips I give you in terms of foot placement, in terms of body weight management, and how you move, with what pace you should be moving, and so on and so forth, you're going to get a lot more out of your workout. Okay, now bring your feet together and toes and heels are touching. Squeeze all of the muscles in your legs, your hips, your abs, and then lift your arms up over your head and press your palms together. No air getting through. This is the eye stick, and it is, well, it's going, 30 seconds is going now, and it is a concentrated isometric medley of, gargantuan proportions. If you do it right, breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth as you contract every single muscle you can think of. And you'll feel a stretch, you'll fatigue your arms, and your heart rate might even get up a little bit if you're really focusing on this, because your heart, first of all, is having to send blood up your arms since they're lifted over your head, and that's going to cause some fatigue. You're going to open up your shoulders, increase the range of motion through your shoulders. That's good. And you're done. So that's also good. Okay. All right. Now we're doing kicks as our first position in the first set. This is a stationary kick. So what you're going to do is you're going to stabilize your weight on your right leg, lift the left knee up. Now all week long we've been doing these kicks. You're not going to put your foot back down in between the kicks this time. You're going to do 15 seconds of kicking the lower leg out, then bending the knee, then kicking the leg, then bending the knee, then kicking the leg, and doing it nice and controlled, really super slow at first. Let's start 15 seconds on this foot. Right now, go ahead and make sure your foot is flexed, so you'll feel that in the hamstring. It's hard to stay balanced while you're moving the other leg. You should feel a great deal of the effort being made on the right leg, which is ultimately just as important as the work that you're doing with the moving leg. Okay, now let's switch. Stabilize your weight on your left leg, lift up the right knee, and 15 seconds starts now. Extend the leg out and back. Your hands can be on your hips. I actually, when I was doing the workout a little bit earlier, I extended my arms out to my sides. So whatever you want to do, just try to focus on your balance. The stable leg is so important. 3, 2, and 1. Now separate your feet, shoulder width apart, pinky toes and heels in lines. This is a squat, as we've been doing all week. In the second position of the set, you're going to do a squat jump. And the squat jump is such that you are going to do a squat just like you always do, sitting down and back into your chair where your knees don't go past the tips of your toes. So your weight is really, really situated in your heel only. Your toes might even float. And a good sort of metric in terms of your body weight management if you can lift your toes up and not fall backwards. Now, when you press up, this time what you're going to do is you're going to squeeze your glutes and press your toes or heels rather into the floor. But as you come up to the very top, you're going to shift your body weight to the ball of your foot, explosively lift up both feet, and then as you touch back down with the right foot position, you go right back into your squat. You don't stand all the way back up. 30 seconds. Ready? Time starts now. Make sure you inhale on your way down. You exhale as you lift up and jump. And remember, it's that shift of body weight that allows you to have the control that you need. You can do a lot of these types of moves with momentum kicking in and being your helping you out through the motion. And you can say you did the workout, but if you really want to make the most out of it, you control every iota of time that you have here. So really focus on the change in directions, especially on your way down. Make sure you're shifting your weight properly, and you're all set. Okay, now we're going to do a pike push-up. So you're going to get into push-up position, except that you're going to almost be in push-up position. You're going to end up in kind of a downward dog position. That's the start. So your shoulders are not vertically in line with your hands quite so much because your butt is up in the air. But what you're going to do is you're going to lower your butt, sort of landing into the push-up position, then doing your push-up. And as you come back up, you shift your body weight back and lift your butt back up into the air to downward dog, or to pike, as it were, in this case. Time starts now. You're on your toes, theoretically, for this entire 30 seconds. If you have to lower yourself to your knees, just do some push-ups on your knees. No big deal. But take your time. You're going to do 5 or 6 of these probably during 30 seconds. You're already halfway through. And make sure that butt gets straight up in the air. Your heels obviously are not on the floor when you're in the pike position, but you might feel this in your calf. That stretch up the back of your leg is really, really helpful. You've got 3 seconds. Very nice. Okay, now turn your body over. We're going to do a straight leg tricep dip. So instead of, you're actually going to be in your plank, your reverse plank rather, position, with your body facing up, your legs are straight, and your hands are on the floor, fingers facing forward. Now you're going to do a tricep dip. Ready? All you do is bend your elbows, lower your body. Don't sit down. If your butt hits the floor, that's fine, but just control your body weight by lifting right back up as you exhale. Time starts now. Very good. We've got 2 moves after this, and then we'll take a quick break and do your second set, and you will be on your way. And it's Friday. You deserve a really good weekend when you do a really good week of workouts. And hopefully you still have some effort you do on the weekend as well. If you're a runner, you may be running in a race this weekend. If you're a cycler or you're a hiker, maybe you're doing something active like that. But, make it a fun one too. Don't do anything that you absolutely hate doing. Honestly, it's just not worth it. Okay, now lay your body all the way down on the floor, head on the floor, knees bent, feet hip width apart, pinky toes and heels in line. Lift your hips up into your bridge. And what we're going to do today are single leg hip dips. So you're going to lift the left leg up. Now your whole body weight is on the right leg with your hips in the air. Make sure your toes are pressed down. Lower your hips and press up. 15 seconds. Good. Inhale on your way down. Exhale as you push up. And if you're pushing up with your toes depressed into the floor, you will feel this in the back of your leg. The glute in particular gets a lot of good work with this type of move. And you have no idea. People complain about the size of their butts, but the truth is the weakness of the gluteus area is a big problem in our ability to exercise well. Let's switch. Left foot on the floor now. Right foot in the air. 15 seconds. Dip down. Exhale, lift up. Press up. Press those toes into the floor. Really focus on control. Down and up. 8 seconds more. Terrific. You're doing a great job. Okay, now sit on up completely. We're going to do a sculling crunch with a canoe at the end. So the sculling crunch off with your hands off of the floor. Same move as we did yesterday. Same exact move. You're going to bring your knees in. You're going to extend your legs straight out. And we're going to do that for 15 seconds, and then you're going to hold the boat pose for the last 15 seconds, which is, we call it a canoe. All right, let's go. Time starts now. Your hands are up in the air. They're out in front. Generally, what I like to do is hold them out in front of the body for balance. And knees in. Exhale, extend the legs out. Good. 5 more seconds of this. And now hold the boat pose. So extend those legs out and just hold it there. This is hard. You're already 5 seconds in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You can do this. 2 and 1. Very good. Stand up. you did the first set. First instructional set is over. You are all set with that half, more than half, because the next set, which is the flow set, goes a lot faster. So what you're going to do, you're taking a couple deep breaths. In about 10 seconds, we're going to start. We're going to do the stationary kickstanding and then right into the squat jumps. Then you'll get a quick break because you have to go down to the floor, but you're going to go through that all 6 moves with very little time in between each of the moves, okay? Time starts now. Stationary kicks. So right leg is on the floor, left knee is up in the air, and you're kicking. I'll tell you when 15 seconds is over so that you can switch sides. You've got 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and left leg on the floor, right knee up, 15 seconds. I know you want to take a break in between these, but that's the point. You're not gonna, I'm sorry, you're gonna be finished with this move here though in 3 seconds. Right into your squat jumps. Ready, set, go. Make sure that you keep your feet straight. Toes turning out is not what you want. You do not want the quadricep to do all of the work here, and that's exactly what will happen. So make sure you're keeping your feet straight, which keeps the back of the leg engaged. Squeeze your glutes. Make sure you're shifting your body weight properly. Make sure you're jumping with a little bit of air. You don't have to jump super high, but land lightly on the balls of your feet. You've got 8 seconds left. You're doing great. Inhaling on your way down. Exhale, big exhale as you lift back up. 5, 4, 3, 2, down on the floor. Into your pike, downward facing dog position. Hands on the floor, toes are on the floor, heels up, butt is in the air. You're making a triangle. Now, shift your body weight forward into push-up and out into your push-up. Let's go with the time, 30 seconds. Halfway finished here almost. Gonna do these last 3 moves, then you'll be all set for the rest of your weekend. Very good. Okay, turn your body over. Let's do that straight leg tricep dip. And time starts now. Toes are in the air. Make sure you keep the hips up as high as they can, and then dip that body by bending your elbows. Exhale as you press up. Back of the arm, it really wants more work than you're standing with a 3-pound weight, lifting, a 3-pound weight up the back of your arm, sort of like those kickbacks that people like to do with weights. That's fine, but I say use the time as best as you can, and this is working your hips, you're working your abs, and you're working the triceps, and you're done. Now on your back here, up into your bridge position. Right leg stable, left leg in the air, 15 seconds. Dip down with your hips and press up. Make sure the toes on the right foot, very important, toes press into the floor the whole time. That will make sure that you keep working the back of the leg. You don't want your back or your quadricep to help your hips, but it will if you let it. Okay, switch legs. 15 seconds with the left leg down, right leg in the air. Again, let's go. 15 seconds. We've got 1 move left after this, and you're doing great. We're moving very efficiently through this workout. I'm very, very excited. So last 3 seconds, and sit up. Really, really go for broke here with the skull and crunch. Lean back as much as you can. Bring those knees in. 15 seconds, go. We'll do the last 15 seconds in the canoe, and then you'll be all set. Very good. Inhale as you bring your knees in. Exhale as you straighten your legs out in front of you. Arms out in front of you. And now hold it. 15 seconds. Breathe. You might have a little more of a difficult time breathing deeply, so just breathe shallow little breaths as you get through these last 8 seconds. You can do this. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm Kim Watkins from In Shape Fitness, and I am very happy that you joined me for this workout. I hope that you had you felt like you got a great workout in. If you didn't, or you have a question, please let me know. You can find our website, inshape-fitness.com, and get in touch with our team via that website or Facebook or Twitter. We'll be back on Monday with another new series, another easy workout, level 1 workout on Monday morning. And don't miss the pyramid workout that we're doing for the In Shape Fitness show this week. It will be up on our website later today, and we will see you next week. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.